Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Sunday, the 5th day of June, 2022. It is Pentecost Sunday, the 50th and final day of the Easter season. Coming to you this morning, I have my red bowler hat because I thought it was in keeping with the occasion. It only comes out at Christmas and Pentecost, let's say. It was also 28 years friar. Yeah, 28 years of friar yesterday. I forgot all about that, June 4th. 28 years of friar. But coming to you today in the sun. Let's go over here. Yes, it's in my face. Over here by the Peace Bowl. Because on this Pentecost Sunday, a Sunday in which perhaps we should kind of just focus upon the spirit and the conclusion of the Easter season. You can do other sacraments of initiation, perhaps, that have not been able to be done during the Easter Vigil. But we shouldn't confirm our adolescence on this day. It just isn't in keeping with the spirit of what the day represents, as well as, again, what confirmation kind of sort of does and doesn't represent or anything else like that. So just a little aside as Director of Divine Worship for the Diocese of Raleigh. But on this Pentecost Sunday, which we conclude the Easter season, we have, a focus on peace, because we have a choice of two Gospels. The first is about Jesus appearing to in the upper room to the apostles as they are hiding because they believe that the Jewish authorities are coming for them because their friend has been crucified and is buried. They don't remember anything that he said. They do not remember anything that he predicted and said that God would fulfill in him. They are just hiding, and Jesus appears in their midst and wishes them peace. Again, the sense of which God reconciling everything, putting back together what has fallen apart, making right what was wrong, straight what was crooked, all these kinds of things are coming to fulfillment within the Easter season and have come to fulfillment with the resurrection of Christ. The Easter season has constantly tried to reinforce that into our tiny, puny human minds, and still yet we don't remember, or we don't remember as well as we can. And so the Easter season, year after year, tries to reinforce this once again into our minds and into our hearts. The reality, is always that what this peace allows us to do is to operate as vehicles of Christ in this world. This peace that Christ gives us enables us, all of us who dare to believe, to be people who forgive each other's sins, who allow the mending of the hurts and the wounds. Again, God is the ultimate forgiver of sins, yes, but we work to heal the wounds and the hurts and the brokenness that many times we ourselves have inflicted. Again, the call that sometimes people think in that upper room to just the apostles who are there. Again, there's never really a number or a list of people who are there, but they think it is only to the clergy with the power to intercede between God and humanity. And the truth is, each of us who dare to believe have the power to intercede between God and ourselves. And in fact, God is the one that we can speak to freely and ask for forgiveness and ask for peace in our lives. Easter tries to help us realize that again and again and again, because Christ's resurrection from the dead destroys all the bonds and the chains and the barriers that exist between us and God that we ourselves have created. God never ever wants those separations. God never ever wants those barriers. God never ever wants this distance. It is we who create the distance because we think it's too good to be true, because we think that God's love for us is too good to be true, and it isn't. It is true, and it is something that we are meant to live. The second choice of reading for this Pentecost Sunday is Jesus' prediction of the sending of the Spirit to enliven us, to help us get that knowledge and that wisdom that will allow us again to be people who seek peace in this world, who forgive each other, who help to mend those wounds and that brokenness, to rebuild bridges, to bring back those who have lost their way. Easter helps us to remember our call and our duty as believers in this world, and for 50 days helps to hopefully build us up again so that we may move from these 50 days to be people who give that hope and that life to others. If we do not, we fail. We fail in our mission. We fail in spreading the message and the mission of Christ. We fail in building up what is the body of Christ in this world, which includes all people of every race, of every tongue, of every time in history, of every place in history. This great mission that concludes, the great calling to this mission that concludes today only begins now the day after, so that Easter becomes not just a day in which we celebrate, not just a season in which we celebrate, but something that enlivens our hearts and our lives all the days that we live. A blessed conclusion of the Easter season, St. Francis and people of God. May the Lord always give you his peace.